Mehreen, thank you so much for joining us. It's a great pleasure to have you on the show. First of all, congratulations, big debut, big film, and
Thank you.
I'm
Thank you
sure
so
you've heard
much.
the response. It's been pretty positive so far, right?
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think it's been really positive towards our film and also towards Mahalakshmi. For me, really, it's a big honor that people are liking my work and they're liking Mahalakshmi. They love her on screen. I think for an actor, in the end, that's what matters, right? That you should be successful enough to be portraying the character that you're playing well, and rest everything. It just tends to fall in place.
Right, right. Now, is this your first film? Right.
First film
Ever.
anywhere, like ever.
But you have done some sort of modeling and all before this.
Actually, not really like ramp walk anything. Commercials, couple of commercials in the past few months before I signed this film. Yes.
Okay. I just met Hanu for an interview and he told me the story behind how he discovered you. So, did he tell you that? Like,
No, actually,
he
I
hasn't
still
told you?
don't. I still don't know that.
So okay, so for the record, so Hanu kept searching for actresses for almost 3 months, almost 400 profiles.
I think 6 months.
6 months, yeah, something like
That I
long.
read in a paper actually.
I think I wrote that article.
Oh
but yeah.
really? Okay, sorry.
So almost, I don't know, 400, 500 profiles, and he didn't like anybody, and finally you showed up. I think the selfies did the trick for you, right?
Yeah,
He
actually,
kept asking you for selfies. Or
Actually, frankly, I don't believe in having a portfolio as
Okay.
such. Like, you won't believe it, I really don't have a professionally clicked picture till date. Now I really want to, because now when like from the media they ask me for my pictures, I really have to brainstorm thinking which picture to send, because everything that I have is very natural, normal click pictures from a mobile. Even when this offer came to me, I was asked to send my pictures, and like any other normal thing, like my everyday work, I sent my natural selfies, because what I believe is actually there's a reason towards it. Not that I couldn't get a portfolio, but it was just because I feel the other person should see you the way you dress up, the way you are in a normal life. Because if they see you, then they can well imagine, they can well put you in that character, that whether you'll be able to fit in. If you're way too perfect, then I think imperfections make you make the other person feel that they need to be like placed in the right manner and all that. And and then after that I was called for the audition.
right. So you're based in Bombay, is it?
I'm based in Bombay currently.
Okay. So how did they approach you for the offer anyway? Like, did an agency recommend your name? How did it
Actually, yeah, through a manager from here, and then I got a call, and I flew down to Hyderabad. I had a 2-day audition. It was
what were
actually
you asked to do in that audition?
actually you won't believe it. It was my very first trip to Hyderabad.
Okay.
I flew down to Hyderabad, directly went to the office, the production house, 14 Reels, and Hanu sir was, I think he was already ready, like probably because I think now I'm sure that probably he was sure that time he just wanted to cross check whether this is the Mahalakshmi that I want. So he saw me, he took me outside in the light, how he's very like, he saw me from all angles, he said okay. And he gave me dialogues, Mahalakshmi dialogues, all that in the film like you watched yesterday. All the Mahalakshmi dialogues with all kinds of emotions, emotional scene, anger, like Unnapalanga, weak spelling chepra, that kind of thing, and all emotions. He tested me for 2 days in different lighting, Mahalakshmi costumes, what would suit me, what makeup, what hairstyle, and post which I was signed for the film.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how tough was it to become Mahalakshmi in the end?
Actually, it wasn't tough, like for me, I feel I don't, if I have to do something, I don't take it as something like, I don't put it in, oh, this is very tough or this is easy. For me, I think it's your mind, like if you consider something tough, you'll never be able to do it. So you might as well just think that you have to do it. And I think then you just find your own ways, just you work hard enough to make it possible. So I think that's how, all thanks to Hanu sir, he's been really supportive, and the assistant director Surya, he's worked on a film, and I always say I owe this film to him, because since my audition day, the day, he has been helping me out with my dialogues, He was the one who would always, give me the narration, the meaning, and then I would write it down. So for Telugu, I did a lot of hard work. For my expressions, I would first write everything down in Hindi, each and every word of Telugu, the meaning in Hindi, so that I could work on my expression first, and then I would put Telugu, because I feel emotions, they don't have any language. It's only like emotions are same.
Right.
It's just the language that you speak in. So
what's your favorite dialogue in the film?
Now that what everybody likes is Cheppena, Nen Cheppena, Neek Cheppena. That is my favorite dialogue, yeah.
So, did that come naturally, or was it written that way, or did it happen on the set?
What?
That repeating that word thrice. Cheppena,
No,
Cheppena.
actually, I think it was also, how at times, like, the more Hanusa met me and all that, the more he knew about me. I think that's how a lot of things changed in Mahalakshmi. Like, initially the main character sketch was same, but it differed, like, from, being Mehreen and all that. A lot of things Hanusa told me, oh yeah, you can do this, how you do in your normal day life, like how I would laugh, and how Mahalakshmi is in the film. She smiles a lot, and yeah, there are very small little things that we picked. Cheppena, Nen Cheppena, I think it was always there.
Okay.
But this is something I didn't audition for, like during my audition. I just got to know about it. Probably this was like the surprise package for Mahalakshmi, the signature dialogue. So I was only told about this after I was signed for the film, and I came down for the workshop.
Okay, right. So how long did that workshop happen for?
I think about 15 to 20 days, but I would meet Hanu sir once in a week in that, like, because he was very busy with the scouting and the locations, so many things that he had. I would just meet him for the costume trials, and if I ever had a doubt, and with any of my scene, or I was just given a couple of scenes. Rest everything happened on this, one day before we were supposed to shoot for any scene. But I would sit down with Surya and another, co-writer, because I wanted to be sure. Like, initially when we started, I was signed for the project. Because I auditioned for in Telugu as well, so I already had that in mind, that I need to dub in my own language.
Okay.
That's how that was my thought when I started, before even I started shooting for the film. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, because it's a Rayalaseema girl. Right. So I didn't want to. I like, since Mahalakshmi was perfect with everything, I just didn't want this to lag behind. So then, I thought no, but nevertheless, but it really helped me, in understanding Telugu, and I can speak konchum,
Right. Now, did you always wanted to be an actress, or did this happen by chance?
It happened by destiny.
Destiny. Okay.
I believe in destiny a lot. So here's how it goes. Like, I wanted to become a doctor, or aeronautical engineer, or business. I'm very good at business and economics. That's when I found out when I was in my 9th and 10th. And
9th and 10th, you understood that you're good at business. How is that even possible?
No, because we had I've studied in international school,
Oh,
so we have
okay.
economics and business as subjects, separate
interesting.
subjects.
Okay.
Like, we have our subject choice from 9th itself.
Okay.
So that's when, like, how I talk a lot and all that. So I tend to make everybody believe me what I'm saying is true, even if I'm not true at all. Like, trust me, So that's when like I started gaining this interest in business, economics and all that. And then before that I wanted to become a doctor, until I thought that, you know, that sometimes biology I was okay, but sometimes chemistry was an issue and all that. You know, too many things happen when you like in school. So this happened to me when I was in Canada and I had holidays from my school. And I had nothing else to do that it was snowing too much. So family friend, they said, why don't you, you know, there's this big beauty pageant happening. Why don't you like, you know, just enroll yourself? Because till then, before that, I was like a complete tomboy. Like right now, what you see, this wasn't Mehreen. Trust me, this is all thanks to like after I came to this industry and you know, the grooming just happened, you know. Automatically. So they said, you know, and my mom was very happy that, oh, she'll get groomed, you know, she's like she'll start acting like a girl at least, like little bit. So I thought, okay, might as well. And because I have been very confident kid since the beginning, so I thought, okay, might as well, you know, I don't have anything, I might as well do this. I went and I learned all those things, you know, walking in heels, everything. Initially was an issue for me. Then I said, no, I'll be able to do it. Okay. I was crowned as Miss Personality in that beauty pageant.
Where was this? India or Canada?
No, this was in Canada.
Oh, okay.
And after that, I started getting a lot of offers. You know, a lot of people approached me, and then I just thought that you know, that if people see something in me, that then, you know, and if destiny chose this for me, I never thought, then why not just do it? And then I found this another reason, that actually I want to become so many things in life. I feel I'm good at everything, which is not true, but you know, like how each one of us think. Then I thought acting is one way I can actually become everything in life. Like every character that you play, I can be a doctor, I can be anything. Like in this one life, I can do everything that I want. So that's how, like, for me, cinema is. So yeah,
it's
that's
an
how it
interesting
began.
thought process, man. I'm sure you would have been crowned Miss India or something had this been like your final answer or something.
No, actually, yeah, like I have my own thought process, and then at times people think that is like too much, and but I feel whatever works for somebody, you know, you should just be like that. Like,
so you never went to an acting school, is it?
When I came to Bombay, like from when I shifted from Canada, I didn't know anybody here. I didn't know how to go about. So I researched on, you know, like Google, I checked up. So I found this one acting school called Creating Characters, run by Vidur Chaturvedi. So I enrolled myself for that. Because when I landed, I didn't know anybody in Bombay. I just didn't know what to do. I did 3 months course with him, post which I started auditioning for commercials, and I thought that the more I face the camera, it's the better it is, you know. Like the more you're on field, because in studies, unless you actually like do the practical, it doesn't work. So yeah, and then after a couple of months, then this film happened.
So what, you never went to college, is it, after you came back to India, or
no? I am doing online college now. My college is still like on the way.
Okay, so
because I had holiday that time, I was supposed to join college. I had holiday, so now I'm doing online.
Right. So you're not going to college, obviously.
No, yeah, not every day, like not a regular college.
Okay, you don't miss that?
Cinema is my regular college. No, actually, you know, I think whatever teaches you about life, whatever is beneficial for you. Like for me, I feel I have become such a better person after entering this industry. Like the biggest thing that I feel is I used to never read. And reading is a very good habit. I would never read because I talk so much. I lose all my energy in talking. I don't listen, I don't read, never. But since the time I've joined, you know, I've been here, I've started reading a lot of books.
Okay.
And I love reading now. Even when on set, I'm not shooting, I'm either with my script or I'm reading some book.
What are you reading now?
Right now, currently?
I mean, these days, what did you read?
Actually, how I started reading with self-help books. Because to about life, about yourself, how can you make yourself a better person, your thinking, all that. Now I've started reading fiction also a bit. Yeah.
So what's the book right now? What are you reading right now?
I'm reading this book called Palace of Illusions. It's almost done in 2.5 days. I think it's this thick book, and I think I'm almost done with it.
Lovely book. I really love the book.
I love the book. Yeah. So it's I read such kind of books, which challenge you as a your thought process. Also, you try and imagine what that person went through. So yeah.
Right. Now coming back to the film, it was shot in some really interior regions of Rayalaseema, Urvakonda and Mopidi.
Mopidi.
So Modi here. So
Rakitla.
Right. So how was that experience? I'm sure that's the first time you've been to such places. Right?
It was actually very challenging in the beginning because I never thought that it would be that interior. Like obviously, like coming from Canada and Bombay, and then suddenly, though I was born in Punjab, but I've lived in the city always.
Quite a nomadic life, no?
I have, yes. I think I always say that I was born in India, but life and professionalism I learnt was in New York and Canada, because those countries, they really teach you a lot,
You studied in New York as well?
Yeah. I was studying, and then I started working at the age of 17. So that really taught me a lot.
So what was it, Toronto, and then you just cross over the bridge and go to US?
No. First I was in New York actually. Then I shifted to Canada, Toronto. I have my family in Toronto as well.
Okay.
So I was there. By then everything happens. I think the reason I always say that I shifted to Toronto was because I was supposed to get into acting. Right. That's when the pageant happened. And
you can only connect the dots backwards, right? So you see the reason there.
Yeah.
Now these interior regions in Rayalaseema, so how was that experience?
It was like I said, it was quite challenging in the beginning, but that really helped me, in being Mahalakshmi, portraying Mahalakshmi in my truest self, I feel, because it was very important, like for me, because now like how everybody says that Mahalakshmi is not any other, is not a easy character. If you think that she's not a girl from the city, her etiquettes, the way she talks, the way she walks, and everything is different. It should be so. I was living there even when I wasn't shooting. I chose to stay in Mopidi.
Okay.
And just get into my character, the skin of my character. So I started dressing up like Mahalakshmi even in my normal life, Okay. And I would wear suits, and and now I love Rayalaseema food. At times I get to here I go and look for Rayalaseema, those restaurants.
What all did you eat, man?
No, I love ragi mudda and their jawar rotis and all that. I don't. I just know the technical word is ragi mudda for one thing.
Yeah.
But rest all others, there's so many dishes. I know how to explain what all I like, but I tend to miss on the names.
So, what's your favorite food there? Like dish? Is there a particular dish that you really like?
I love ragi mudda and this very special type of chicken that they make.
Okay. Chicken curry basically. Right?
Yeah, it's chicken curry, but they call it something. It's yum, I really like that, and actually everything about that place.
I'm from the same region, so.
Oh really? Okay.
Different district though, but same region.
Yeah.
Right. Now Nani, your co-star, amazing chemistry between you two. So.
Thank you.
What did you discuss about? Like, how did it work out with him?
Frankly, you won't believe it. I met Nani, I think 2 months after I signed the film.
Okay.
And I met Nani on the Muhurtam day.
Okay.
So it was, I used to keep asking Hanu, sir, am I just going to meet him like on the day of the set, that, oh, you're Krishna and I'm Mahalakshmi. So it was like that. We, technically the first time that we spoke was just hello, hi, and Muhurtam. And then later we directly met on set.
Okay.
So we didn't really actually get the time to bond or gel or anything like that. It just kept working. Like we never even discussed about the scenes. It was just I was being Mahalakshmi, he was being Krishna, and the only dot that connected, like the only thread that it was Hanu sir.
Okay.
he being on set, being the director. So I think it just kept, we never really discussed anything. I would discuss sometimes some things with Hanu sir, but with Nani and me, we would just directly just be in the character, be in the mood. Yeah.
It really didn't seem like that, man. I really thought you would have gotten along so well with him that you're friends now.
No. Of course, now we've gotten really along. But what I thought your question meant was that whether we discuss about the scenes.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
That didn't happen. No, right now we are very good friends because like exactly Krishna and Mahalakshmi. Like I call him Krishi, he calls me Lucky. So it's that kind of a thing, Because obviously it's my very first film also, so all these people they are very special to me, since they've helped me. It's my debut work, so I'm really thankful to them.
Is there any particular scene which you would call your favorite scene in the film?
Actually, the emotional bit. You must have. Do you
When
remember
you go to his house,
where I run? I go to his house, and I think something happened to Krishna.
Right.
I think, and that was a scene we shot on the third day of when we started shooting.
Okay.
So it was, I think, the most challenging scene for Mahalakshmi, because that's when I actually got to know the depth of her love for Krishna. Till now, it was all normal, I knew, but this scene, I read it, I didn't know it was so deep until I actually played. And for that, I actually Hanu sir and me, like, it was kind of method acting that we did. Like Hanu sir, I would always, before such scenes, I would always sit with him in the evening, one day prior, because I always wanted that, I want to know his take, that what does he expect out of me tomorrow on set. And once I know that, then accordingly, then I can prepare myself, I can mold, into that similar situation. Rather than if I think about something and tomorrow on set, Hanu sir expects something else, then there's a clash at times,
True.
It's better being a director's actor. So that day, Hanu sir, for this scene, he said this is the most important scene for Mahalakshmi, because this is the time the audience, they find out that how much the depth of Mahalakshmi's love for Krishna. Like she doesn't care about anybody, not even her brother, and she just runs to his house to see whether he's fine. So I wasn't allowed to talk to anybody, even my mom, staying in the same room for one whole day, actually, till the next morning when we were shooting for the scene. I was only allowed to talk to Hanu sir. He said, you can call me anytime if you have any doubt, but otherwise I want you to be in this mood till the time you go to Krishna's house tomorrow to find out whether he's okay. So for me, I think that was it's a very special scene, challenging scene, everything you can call it, and that's actually my favorite scene. I'm so glad it came out the way I think it was supposed to. Hanu sir was really happy. So for me, that is the biggest award for me, that my director was happy.
You would be happy to know that even he thinks that that's his favorite scene as well.
Really?
And he gave us a breakdown of why it was so difficult for him to, stage everything, because it has so many elements to it.
Oh, wow.
So our viewers are going to see that soon. So I think we're going to intercut both of you and talk about it. Right. Now, the first film has released. So what next? What after this?
I have a couple of offers in line, actually. I got earlier as well, but I wanted to just focus on one thing, because being my debut, this is supposed to be the best. I wanted to give. Now we have a couple of projects in line. I shall be able to announce
in
them
Telugu,
soon.
is it?
In Telugu, Tamil, Hindi.
Right. So you want to be everywhere, is it? Is that the idea?
No, not initially. I think it'll just, I feel, I leave it on to the universe. I think whatever will come to me is supposed to happen, it'll happen for the best. Okay. But definitely Tollywood is something I really want to continue with. Like right now I'm not even, I'm not eyeing anything else. Yeah, for me it's this Telugu industry.
Right. Now I wanted to ask you, right from the day I heard your name in the papers, what does your name mean?
Mehreen?
Yeah, what does it mean?
Moon's blessing. Een means moon, Meher in Punjabi means blessing.
Okay.
So it's Moon's blessing.
Moon's blessing. quite a profound name there.
Yeah, I don't know. Thanks to my mom.
Right. All right, Mehreen. We are done actually. Thank you so much for joining us. It's a great pleasure talking to you. All the best
Thank you
for your
so much.
career
Thank you
ahead.
so much for having me, and I really hope that you all like Mahalakshmi and support me in my future endeavors as well. I promise to work really hard, like I have for this film, and I will never let anybody down.
Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you so much for having me over, and it was really very lovely talking to you. This is my first interview after the release, so I'm all the more happy and confident. Thank you.